Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiffani Beaston from Beauty and the Beastons, and I upload every single Tuesday and Sunday. Today we are doing a meal prep video that I'm so excited to make. I've planned it out, I've got all my ingredients. I tried to really simplify everything so that it's not overwhelming, and we're just gonna meal prep so it makes our life easier. It's such a busy time of year with graduations, dance recitals. We still have sports going here. My boys are still in school, my daughter is done school. But it's a very busy time of year, and it's nice to be able to stay on track by just going and grabbing something out of the fridge and not having to even think about it. So today, that is exactly what we're gonna do, a very easy, healthy meal prep. So let's get into it. But first, coffee. All right, so while my coffee is brewing, I'm gonna go over how I meal plan. I just look on Pinterest, or I look up from whatever cookbook or recipe book, or just even some of your own recipes. And I write everything down. So today we're making 1, 2, 3 kind of types of breakfast, and we're making 1, 2, 3 types of lunch, and then I'm going to make a dessert as well. And then I highlight whatever ingredients are duplicates so that I know. So for example, let's see, we have onion here. So when I'm cutting up my onion, I can remember that I'm going to need it for other stuff. Vanilla. It just makes life easier, and if you have the time to do it, like I like to do this at night before bed, and then it gives me a second to like process it, think about it, and then I get all my ingredients and stuff ready first, just to make it easier to prep and easier to clean. This morning I also went ahead and got my containers out. I got them ready. Well, some of the containers that I'll be using, I'm sure that I will need more, but this is a good starting point. I turned my ice maker back on and it's so loud, so I'm sorry, but one of my other biggest tips before starting the meal prep, besides like preparing the containers and all of that and writing down your ingredients and your recipes, is making sure that your kitchen is clean, your sink is empty, and if possible your dishwasher empty, but mine is still running unfortunately. It just makes it so much easier. I'm also somebody that like has a hard time. I always diagnose myself with ADD because I have like every symptom, but I have a hard time focusing on the task that I'm doing if there's like a mess or chaos around me. So that is another little tip. Like I was the same way in nursing school. I couldn't study until the room that I was in was completely clean, and like I knew what I was having for dinner that night, like what I was cooking. Anyway, just a little tip if you can. I know it's not always possible, but if you can start in a clean kitchen with an empty sink, an empty dishwasher, then that's definitely the way to go. Just if you're like me and get sidetracked easily. So anyway, let's get into it. We're gonna start out with breakfast. And the first breakfast thing that I'm making is these sweet potato, egg, and sausage bowls. They're really good. You could add like green onion to it, you could add cheese to it, you could add salsa to it, whatever you like, just to have breakfast ready for you, especially like when you're rushing around with the kids in the morning, is the best. It makes life so much easier. I washed my sweet potatoes, and you saw that I washed a bunch of them. That's because I'm going to be using some a little bit later in this video as well, so you might as well cut them all up now. Let me let my dog inside.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on and do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight. This time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no.
Alright, so now that we got all this chopped up, I'm just using some olive oil. I'm going to spray that on there. I love this thing. It's from Amazon. It's awesome. My salt and pepper shakers are also from Amazon, and I just got them a couple weeks ago because my other ones kept breaking. And they're sold out, and there's like some seller on there selling it for like $80 when I got both of these for under $30. So got our olive oil in here, some pepper, some salt. And I'm just gonna set my air fryer to 400 degrees and probably check this around the 20-minute mark. If I walk past it, I'll give it a little shake Nothing too crazy. If you don't have an air fryer, you can always roast these on 425 degrees for about a half an hour, depending on how big you cut them. That's in the air fryer. The next thing I'm doing is just scrambling up 12 eggs. I'm making 4 total breakfast bowls, so Chris and I usually have 3 eggs per serving, so that's where I got that number from. So a dozen eggs, and I'm just gonna stir it together with some salt, pepper, and garlic. Again, not rocket science, but just making our life easier by having it done ahead of time. Watch my cooking videos before, you know I pretty much use salt, pepper, garlic on everything. That's just like always my base flavor. So garlic and eggs sounds weird until you try it. Like, think about it, if you like everything seasoning, then you would like garlic in your eggs. If you like everything seasoning on your eggs. So Chris is allergic to sesame, so he can't have everything seasoning. I tried to make it for him without the sesame in it, and it just came out so weird. I guess because something with like the sesame seeds like helps separate the other like seasonings, but it was just like almost like too much. So anyway, a little bit of garlic in your eggs is good. Literally depressed that my second coffee is done. That's all I could have like most days because I get like bad anxiety. I already have anxiety in the first place, but if I have too much caffeine, I get anxious. So, but anyway, I'm letting my pan get nice and hot, and I'm gonna pour my eggs in there. I like using this spray, or like I said, just like my little olive oil one. Both are good. I get this one from Costco. Also, I know a lot of people add like milk to their eggs. We do sometimes, but not always. So anyway, no milk in these. There's so many weird things that I remember from my childhood, and one of them is my friend Cindra's dad teaching me how to make scrambled eggs. He was like, you want to let it all start to get light around the edges, and then once you see that lightness, you pull it back. And for some reason that like always stuck with me, and that's how I make them without like scrambling them to death. Alright, so I wound up doing these for about 40 minutes, which is a really long time, but it's a lot of sweet potatoes. But this is like the perfect consistency how I like them. And then the serving size is 1 cup, so that's what I'm doing. I'm getting started on our chia pudding. So you saw like one of the egg bowls I didn't put sausage into, and that's because I personally am like sick of that sausage, but Chris still enjoys it. So his bowls I made with it, but I only made myself one of those bowls because I'll most likely be having the chia pudding. If you like overnight oats, I have about 1,000 overnight oat recipes in my other meal prep. But I just wanted to just do the straight up chia pudding. It's the same with the overnight oats, like you can customize the flavors, put whatever toppings you want, but they're so full of fiber and antioxidants, and they are really, really great for you, and they keep you full for a long time, and I just love mixing it up. This could even be like a great snack. I'm gonna make at least one of these chocolate, which I have made in the past, and it's a great like alternative to a dessert. It's nice and cold and chocolatey and delicious. You can add, again, whatever toppings that you want. So it's just very versatile and really good for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and make those, and then we're gonna get into our oatmeal bars, which you just heard the oven be done preheating for. So this should only take like a couple of minutes. Famous last words. So I'm just using 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And one thing that I learned from one of my subscribers was that you should always keep your chia seeds in the fridge. Googled it, and she was right. So I do keep these in my outside fridge now. So doing 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in each, and then a half cup of whatever type of milk you want. I'm using almond milk, M-A-L-K. I really like this brand because the ingredients are never like different weird gums. Like this is literally just filtered water, organic almonds, Himalayan pink salt, and that's literally it. So I love that. So yeah, 2 tablespoons of chia, half cup of whatever type of milk or liquid that you want. Next, I'm doing a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. Again, you can flavor these however you want, but since my almond milk has no flavor, I'm doing this. You could always get vanilla almond milk or whatever kind of milk that you like, whatever flavor. And I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna do a half teaspoon of maple syrup in each of these. So I got my maple syrup. I get this from Costco. And again, just a half teaspoon. You could always do however much you like. You could also always make this like in a big batch in a bowl and then distribute them, but I'm just doing it this way. Same difference to me. Now if you want any of them chocolate flavored, you're just gonna do a tablespoon of cocoa powder. And I wanna do 2 chocolate and 2 not. Quick little stir, and you'll see at the end of the video I'll give you like an update on what they look like, just in case you're new to using chia seeds. But this will turn into like a pudding consistency, why it's called chia pudding. But yeah, the 2 chocolate ones, you can, I like to do a lot of times like peanut butter and banana with it, or you could do like a chocolate covered raspberry and use frozen raspberries. And sorry, Ella's friend was trying to FaceTime her, but she's outside playing. So for my plain vanilla ones, I'm just gonna do some frozen blueberries in here. And then the chocolate, like I said, I wanted to do like a chocolate covered raspberry. We're gonna do that for one, and then I'm gonna save one for like adding peanut butter to. And then I personally love chunky peanut butter. I'm like the only one in my house who likes the chunky one. But that's what I'm gonna add to this, and that'll be absolutely delicious. So like I said, that took like no time. These I'm gonna top with shredded coconut before I eat it. This one I'll probably add cacao nibs to, because I like a textural difference, so I want like a little crunch in there. Same with this one, I'll add cacao nibs and some fresh sliced bananas. Okay, so next up we're making these oatmeal bars. You just need 2 cups of rolled oats, 1/3 cup of mashed bananas, 6 tablespoons of water, a half teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, a teaspoon of vanilla, and then 3 tablespoons of butter, and of course our chocolate chips.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with our bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. For the second chances, there are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. We don't have to move so fast, baby. I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right away, got so much time looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with our bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my
guys, these were so good. Me and the kids ate so many of them. I don't know how long they're gonna last around here. I'm gonna store these in the fridge since there's so much banana in it and I don't want them to get gross. Use the lighting change and me being out of breath. I just had to run outside because it suddenly looks like a storm is coming and I had like everything out, all the cushions, the umbrella was open, like blown all over the place. Back inside, that still has 9 minutes left. You're gonna wanna bake it on 350 for 20 minutes. I'm gonna check it just to make sure it's all the way cooked. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get ready to make our Big Mac salad. That sounds so good to me, probably because I just want like an actual Big Mac. But this is super simple. In this recipe, you can leave the yellow onion raw, but I personally only like raw onion if it's in the salsa and if it's cut up very small. So I'm going to cook my onion with my turkey. A half cup of, you can use like dill relish, or if you want to make this, like you can use the same concept pretty much for any salad. If you want to make the ground turkey as like a taco, you can do a taco salad and use salsa instead of the ingredients that I'm going to use. Add cheddar cheese, add tortilla chips, whatever you want. So anyway, 2 cups of lettuce, and then the way you layer it is you put your sauce or your dressing on the bottom, then you put your meat, then your veggies, then your cheese, and your lettuce goes on the very top. And then once you're ready to serve it, you basically just dump it out into a bowl, stir it around, and eat. This is my first time doing this. I see this on Pinterest for years now, and I'm excited to finally try it. When I saw the Big Mac salad, like I've heard of it before, but it's just calling my name, so that's why we're making it. I'm gonna get started on that. And then I'm also gonna be making honey garlic meatballs in the crock pot, which sounds amazing. And then I always like to make like a taco meat. I feel like Tanner eats it all the time because he's like me, he's picky, and I mainly like ground turkey. I will eat chicken sometimes. I feel like ground turkey is the thing that the meat that I eat the most of. So anyway, I always like to keep that on hand, but I also really like taco bowls with sweet potatoes, which is why I saved some sweet potatoes for that. And then for a little dessert, I'm gonna be making dates. I know, everybody, you hear the word dates and you're immediately like, ugh, but I love bacon wrapped dates and I love these. So you just slice the date open, you put some peanut butter, some chocolate chips. Some people even dip it in chocolate. I'm not taking it that far, so a little bit of chocolate chips is good enough for me. So just something when you have like your sweet tooth craving to grab. Also, obviously you could do the chia pudding that we already made or the bars that we're making right now. So let's get into that.
Soon I'm climbing all 4 walls in my apartment. I can't spend another second with my brain. Gotta get up and get out, but there's a problem. Every time I go outside, I see your face. Wish you could be here right now, lay here by my side, all day, all day, all day. Tell me it's gone.
So this is the dressing that I'm using. I'm just gonna put these into each jar first. I'm gonna try to let this cool down a little bit before I add it. But regardless, we'll make sure it's nice and cool before we put like our lettuce and everything in. So, here's our jars.
Alright, we gon' work it out. No way, no way, no way. The floor is cold, it chills.
I'm adding some relish to mine, not to Chris's, so there will be 2 with relish and 2 without. Chris could never. Also gonna chop up some cucumbers for both of ours and then tomato, again, just for me.
Where you at, where'd you go, babe? Can't you see that I need company? I'm losing it, losing my way. Only get through when it's you plus me. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Honestly, can't you just call me? Where you at, where'd you go, babe? Let me fix my mistakes. Wish you could be here right now, lay here by my side, all day, all day, all day. Tell me it's gonna be alright, we gon' work it out.
And last
but not least is our lettuce. I'm using shredded romaine because I love it. That's my favorite thing about getting a salad anywhere is I love really, really chopped. I love really, really chopped salads. You okay, Evie?
Alright, next we're moving on to our barbecue meatballs. So it's called honey garlic meatballs, and I'm going to serve it with rice and broccoli. So first thing I'm doing is just putting my turkey in, took my rings off. You could totally just buy turkey meatballs, but I couldn't find one that was gluten-free at the store this time. Usually I can, but not this time. So put my turkey in, 1 egg in, pepper, salt, and garlic. My kids are watching something right now. Oh, it's getting nice and hot, a little too hot for me. Turn that down a little bit. Add in our onion and make some meatballs.
Don't deny that I could use some company. All my friends say, honey, just let him be.
Meatballs are cooked and in the crock pot, and I'm adding some barbecue sauce. Use whatever you want. That's what I'm using today. Gonna cover it. Oops, first I gotta take this off. I'm adding a little bit of Mike's hot honey because it's amazing.
You are out like snow in the spring. I just want your time. I just want your time, oh, time. I need your time. 365, 24/7, I'll be fine. As long as you spend a little time. Just want your.
These look so good. I just used a steam bag of quinoa and brown rice. These are also from Costco. And then I steamed like a bag of broccoli. I made 3 of these, so like each serving could be a little bit larger.
The way your light shines, there's no shadows anymore. But then you put doubts and doubts and doubts in my mind. Still, you make me feel like we could be something.
Alright, so the last thing I'm doing is making our dates, which we're going to have as a dessert. These are just from Thrive Market. They're organic pitted dates. And I'm going to skip doing the taco meat one because I ran out of time and it's movie night. We're watching Ratatouille, which is my favorite movie. And 2, because I ran out of Tupperware. So I'm going to finish up with this and then go get my jammies on, get cleaned up, and join movie night.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing.
These don't look that good, but trust me, they're delicious. I'm gonna put them in the fridge. You can put them in the freezer too, but I'm just gonna put mine in the fridge. Alright, so luckily we have this outdoor fridge, so that's where I will store all of this. And then, as promised, I told you that I would show you what the chia seeds look like once they're kind of congealed. You can kind of see the texture, and it'll still even get like a little bit more thick than this, but it's delicious. It's a great texture. Like I said, I like to add something crunchy to the top. So to this one, I'm going to add some dried coconut. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And of course, leave any June video requests that you have. And again, just thank you all for being here. I will see you on Tuesday.